Good evening and welcome to Premier League Live this evening as we watch two sides in the top three of this Premier League table, and two sides who met in early September, and the only team to beat the league leaders Liverpool is the side they're facing tonight in Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest at the moment are high flying with the most points they've ever had at this stage of a season, and the last time a team of this calibre had 40 points at this stage of the season, well, that was the season Leicester won the Premier League back in 2016. Nottingham Forest are on course for what is to be an incredible season, and this could be adding to what has been a fantastic campaign so far for Nuno Espirito Santo's side. For Liverpool, they have a task on their hands tonight as well in trying to grow the gap at the top of the Premier League table. They're the leaders. They are the chasers of this title that they want to win this season. Nottingham Forest, well, I know, is a top four is their target. There is no ceiling on what they can do already this season. Three games also underway this evening. Brentford take on Manchester City, Chelsea against Bournemouth, and West Ham against Fulham are all underway. Chelsea the only team to score, and we'll bring you up to date with those as we go through tonight. But to the teams for this one this evening here on LFS, and it is starting with the home side, Nottingham Forest. They start with Matt Seltz in goal. Ola Aina, Milenkovic, Murillo and Nico Williams are the back four. In midfield, Ryan Yates the captain and Elliot Anderson alongside him. Morgan Gibbs-White starts in the 10 with Anthony Elanga and Callum Hudson-Odoi the wingers, with a centre forward in Chris Wood, who's in fine form at the moment. On the bench for Forest, Miguel Morato Moreno Bolly, Dominguez, Ward-Prowse, Sosa, Awani and Jota Silva. For Arne Slot's Liverpool, who have only lost one Premier League game this season, and that was at Anfield to Nottingham Forest back in mid-September. They start with Alisson in goal. A back four of Trent Alexander-Arnold, Ibrahima Konate, Virgil van Dijk the captain and Andy Robertson. A midfield of Ryan Gravenberch, Alexis McAllister and Dominic Szoboszlai comes back into the side. On the right-hand side is Mo Salah. On the left-hand side of the front three is Cody Gakpo and Luis Diaz, the auxiliary centre-forward tonight, with Darwin Núñez suspended. On the bench for Liverpool, Kelleher, Tsimikas, Quansah, Bradley Endo Jones, Elliot Chiesa and Diogo Jota. Two sides in fine form at the moment, but are Liverpool on a bit of a wobble after defeat last midweek against Spurs and that draw with Manchester United the week before? Maybe Liverpool are stumbling a slight bit. What a way to recast yourself into form if they can get a big result here tonight. Kick off at the City Ground is next. A very good evening and welcome in to Premier League Live this evening as we're at the City Ground, which is bouncing, and more often than not is, bouncing at this stadium. And we will see what impact that can have on the way the game goes this evening. Our referee this evening is Chris Kavanagh, and our VAR is John Brooks. And both of these two teams had home ties in the FA Cup at the weekend and made some changes. Forest beating Luton, Liverpool knocking down Accrington Stanley at Anfield. Tonight it's back to league action and back to the big boys at the top of the table as two of the top three take action tonight. Forest in their red shirts, white shorts, and Liverpool in white shirts and black shorts this evening for this one as we get underway. And tonight, you know, the game back in September wasn't televised. It wasn't really massively seen as a huge game at that early point of the season, but what a contrast it has been in the 16 games since that game in the Premier League that has contrasted what was a home tie for Liverpool in September that they were expected to win, and now coming to the City Ground tonight, a tough place to come at the best of times. And for Nottingham Forest, they're in fantastic run of form, and this is a ground that Liverpool have struggled in recently. Liverpool have won just once here since Forest were promoted. And that was their last visit, and it was just a 1-0 win on that occasion for Liverpool. And the 99th minute winner from Darwin Núñez, who's of course not involved here this evening. And that was back in March of 2024. The Liverpool side, as I mentioned in the opener, they've had a bit of a stumbling block. Other than that FA Cup win, they drew with Manchester United at Anfield in their last Premier League game. And then that Carabao Cup semi-final first leg defeat to Spurs in North London has Liverpool in what has been uncharted territory as of recently, having to get themselves back on track in the league. As a ball in behind for Szoboszlai. Well defended back there by Murillo, and it's cleared away of danger. But that was a nice bit of play from Liverpool down that right hand side. Konate wins the first header. Up in the air it goes from Murillo. Salah there lurking. And the last touch comes off Nico Williams, and will get Liverpool a throw on that right hand side. Of course, Nico Williams, the former Liverpool player. And the Welshman. As I was saying about those other games, there is a goal for Chelsea against Bournemouth. Cole Palmer with the opener for Chelsea there. And West Ham have taken the lead against Fulham. Carlos Soler in Graham Potter's first Premier League game in charge of the club. And they are 1-0 up early on. But they were 1-0 up against Villa in the FA Cup and lost that one. Here's McAllister to shoot. Well charged down by Forest on the edge of their own box. But Liverpool have come out with intention here this evening as Robertson tries to switch it. Salah couldn't bring it down, and cleared away again by Nottingham Forest. Konate into the central areas. And Forest, no intention to really keep the ball at the moment. Just get it away of danger, although Salah's picked it up now for Liverpool. And did well from that misplaced pass by Morgan Gibbs-White. Here is Salah. Back to Alexander-Arnold, who will switch it. Just a bit short that time, as Ola Aina intercepted, but quickly out there to win it back is Cody Gakpo. On the turn, Gakpo, nice jink past his man, and the shot is high and wide from Cody Gakpo, who's in a brave run of form, is the Dutchman. And scored in his last 3 Premier League games. Leicester, West Ham and Manchester United, so 3 and 3 for the Dutchman. If we bring it back, he has goal involvement of 4 of his last 5 Premier League games. Quite ironically, the only game that Cody Gakpo didn't have a goal involvement in was that 6-3 win against Spurs. Certainly had ample opportunity. That was the only game in the last 5 Premier League appearances for Cody Gakpo that he hasn't registered a goal or an assist. There's an offside flag went up against Forest there. And Virgil van Dijk just rolling it out from the free kick to McAllister. Back to Virgil van Dijk. Nice interchange of play by Liverpool. Robertson, Diaz. Well, trying to find the through ball on the edge of the D. Misplaced by Forest there with Elanga. Liverpool win it back. McAllister round the corner to Diaz. Again in the box, can't really make it stick. Here is Diaz again though. Out wide to Robertson. Back with McAllister. Who will look for the cross. Whipped across. And away by Murillo again. Forest can't get out of danger here as Gravenberch will shoot. But similar to the Cody Gakpo chance, nowhere near testing Matt Seltz. But a positive start for Liverpool. 5 minutes where they've certainly tried to threaten Forest and get themselves going. They've a bit sloppy so far, Forest. They haven't really been able to get on the ball and sustain any sort of possession or meaningful possession so far. It's been mostly all Liverpool. Another goal at the London Stadium to tell you about what a start to his Premier League career was the West Ham boss for Graham Potter, because they've doubled their lead against informed Fulham. Thomas Soucek with the second, and a Fulham side unbeaten in their last, certainly in the last 5 games. They're unbeaten all the way back to that 4-1 defeat against Wolves at the end of November. That is a total, if I calculate it up, of 9 games in all competitions. 8 Premier League games unbeaten are Fulham, but they're 2-0 down to West Ham United. Of course, all of those other games are 7:30 kickoffs, so they're about a half an hour ahead of us in terms of clock time and game time. Alexander-Arnold picking up Diaz in the middle. Does well to roll it out wide to Salah. Salah jinks inside and outside. Nico Williams gets the cross in. And McAllister was lurking but cleared away by Milenkovic. That was better from Liverpool. Positive. Really nice movement in between the lines. Forest at the moment struggling to get involved with Liverpool. Anyway, shipper form as of yet. Lovely ball by Alexander-Arnold. Gravenberch through the lines. Down to Salah on the right-hand side. Salah in the box. Back to Gravenberch, who's shot over the bar. But again, every time Liverpool come forward, it just looks really crisp, cool, calm, sharp. Lovely from Salah. Just holds it, and then plays a lovely ball across to Gravenberch. And the shot does go wayward, but they're getting chances, Liverpool, early doors. I think that's their 4th shot of the game already. There are certainly opportunities for the visitors. And they're making that space. Making use of that space so far. And the finish that it's letting them down. Which did, to be fair, let them down actually against Forest in that game at Anfield. Although here's a break for Forest, a rare one. Alanga in behind for Chris Wood, 1-0. That is as clinical as you can be for Nottingham Forest. Their first chance of the game, their first real attack of the game. And they break the deadlock. Liverpool probably the better side so far. But it's Nottingham Forest who find the net first. And they have a lead for the 2nd time this season against Liverpool. Chris Wood, an incredible run of form. Absolutely blistering in front of goal this season. And he is continuing it tonight. Again, Forest win it in the midfield. Really well created. Alanga picks up the space just behind the centre forward. Creates that little gap centrally. And then Wood makes the run off the Liverpool defence and arrows it into the bottom right corner. It's a lovely goal. Beautifully created. Liverpool caught out under pressure. Given away in their own midfield. And Chris Wood is one of only a number of threats that Nottingham Forest will have to test the Liverpool defence tonight. And a Liverpool defence that have already been breached. Nottingham Forest 1, Liverpool 0. And that's huge. Liverpool trying to respond quickly, but that ball over the top is comfortably gathered by Matt Selch. But that is a big start for Nottingham Forest, considering Liverpool, it had been all Liverpool right up until that shot, right up until that attack. That's one way to put a team that's been dominating and quieten them down. Oh, good challenge by Murillo. Liverpool a bit wasteful, and Murillo's shot is wide, but he certainly had a chance at it. And that's just really ignited this crowd. This stadium has erupted. Really good step in by Murillo. Very aggressive approach. Really well worked. And it's just centrally. He just hits it from distance and it curls wide. But certainly had the opportunity to shoot. Forest embossed by that opening goal. Robertson looking for the switch ball. Out to Salah on the right hand side. Mo Salah. Back to Alexander-Arnold. Crosses first time. Back post. Aina with a good header. As Robertson keeps the attack alive. And they block off Anthony Alanga. Will give Liverpool the throw. Liverpool have no doubts. Being behind is certainly not the end of Liverpool's games. They know how to fight back. They know how to battle back. They know that this team that they're up against tonight are going to be one hell of a tough task. And one hell of a tough opponent. And Nottingham Forest off to the perfect start with that opening goal. And the crowd are up. The atmosphere is electric. But Liverpool looking to stay focused. Van Dijk down to Gakpo on the left-hand side. Battles past Aina, goes down. Wanted a foul. Not going to get a foul. As Forest come away with the ball with Aina. They're going to switch it. Headed back into midfield by Alexander-Arnold, and Szoboszlai will just recycle it back to Ibrahima Konate. Nottingham Forest on an incredible winning run. Won all of their last 7 games in all competitions. And if you want to say this is a team that are solid at the back, they've kept a clean sheet on their last 5 games in all competitions. 5 clean sheets in a row for Nottingham Forest. They haven't conceded a goal since the 2-1 win over Aston Villa here in mid-December. And that was after they also conceded 2 against Manchester United, but both ending in wins in those fixtures, and that started their 7-game winning run. 6 in the Premier League, and that FA Cup victory at the weekend is another one to add to that tally. But they're the in-form side in the Premier League at the moment. And that's going to be a real test for the Premier League leaders and the team that want to lift that trophy at the end of the season. They are regarded as the favourites to lift the Premier League trophy at Liverpool, but nothing's done or dusted yet. Gakpo whips a ball in, headed away by Williams, and that's actually set up an attack here with Hudson-Odoi down the left. Trying to get battling with Alexander-Arnold, who doesn't win the battle and is left in no man's land. Here's Hudson-Odoi. Cover there for Liverpool. Gibbs-White will recycle it out to the right-hand side. Here's Yates. Down the right comes Aina. Aina looking for a way past Gakpo. Does well to chop back against Cody Gakpo. Gakpo still on the scene. As McAllister strides out, but Liverpool passengers at the moment as Alanga's cross is cleared away by Alexander-Arnold. Up in the air by Szoboszlai. Liverpool not in contact here. Hudson-Odoi with a shot, but a bobbling one easily gathered by Alisson. But again, Nottingham Forest, really good threat in and around the box. Good at sustaining the pressure, sustaining the possession in that area, and keeping Liverpool right on their toes. Nice turn by Diaz into Szoboszlai, who's brought down, but the referee plays advantage. Has Salah to Gravenberch. He's just getting back to his feet now. Is Dominic Szoboszlai after that challenge by Murillo. Liverpool on the attack still as Salah. Bit of a heavy touch past Nico Williams, who does really well. Back in come Liverpool. Gravenberch. Bit of a bobbly pass across the back, or across the edge of that Forest box. It comes to nothing. Liverpool a bit flustered at the moment. Hudson-Odoi finding Yates. Now out to Aina. Alanga down the right hand side, trying to beat past 2. Well challenged, said the referee. Alanga felt it was a foul, but the referee said no as McAllister comes away with the ball. Well, Chris Kavanagh, the referee, not looking to get involved too much so far tonight. A couple of those challenges, he's just letting play flow. Sometimes you like to see that. Just let the game continue and let it play out. Konate higher up, across to McAllister. To Gakpo, back to McAllister. Sprays it out to the left for Robertson. Liverpool a bit more patient in their approach as McAllister's ball into the box is to no one really. Although Liverpool with a counter press. Good battling by Ola Aina again. Back to Milenkovic, who will knock it long. Van Dijk brings it down comfortably for Liverpool. And that McAllister cross was really to no one in Liverpool colours in the box, but Liverpool did well with their counter press to win it back. Salah On the turn with Szoboszlai, the referee will play the advantage as the switch ball out to the left. And Cody Gakpo couldn't reach it. But the referee is not going to pull this back, I don't think. Well, Dominik Szoboszlai was taken down. I think the Liverpool players were a bit confused as to why the referee didn't pull it back for a free kick, but he did allow the advantage, and Liverpool couldn't make anything of the advantage, so well within his rights there, the referee, to not give a free kick. And Forest get the throw on the right-hand side. Certainly been a high-tempo start to this game. Almost 17 minutes gone. And it's been very open, very attacking, very aggressive. And Salah there is just going to be penalised for contact with Nico Williams, which Arne Slot isn't too happy with that free kick being given. Forest trying to play it in behind again, but Liverpool dealing with that situation. Szoboszlai nicely brought down. Salah plays it to Diaz. This is good movement. Here's Diaz out wide again to Szoboszlai. Forest a bit caught out, and the ball well defended in the box. Forest got bodies back. Wood. Nice 1-2 with Hudson-Odoi, and good play under pressure. Anderson all the way back to Nico Williams. Well, Liverpool have had the vast majority of the ball, but haven't had a shot on target as of yet. Forest, in contrast, have had 2 shots on target, so making their possession count at the moment are the home side. And of course they have the lead. They have scored from one of their shots, so that's much as crucial. The ball in behind there by Aina. Try to find Elanga. Just a bit too far forward from the Forest right back. And it goes behind for a goal kick to Liverpool. But again, they're asking questions. On that occasion, Liverpool just came up with the answer, but not afraid to throw themselves into the deep end, Nottingham Forest. And it's been one of their biggest praises this season. They've been not afraid to go up against anyone in the Premier League this season. The confidence, the kind of stability that Nuno Espirito Santo has built at this football club now, and has created the atmosphere around this club. It's really transcended what it has been in the previous 2 seasons in the Premier League, where it was relegation battlers, really struggling to score goals, struggling to keep them out of their own net. And quite contrastingly, it's been the opposite on all 3 of those fronts this season. You know, better at scoring, better at keeping them out of the net, and also a much better atmosphere and belief around the football club. As Diaz plays it to Salah, swings it in, but no one there for Liverpool, and Matt Seltz can comfortably gather. Liverpool certainly trying, but Forest at the moment dealing with every situation quite well. At half-time, by the way, in that game at the G-Tech Community Stadium between Brentford and Manchester City, it's goalless between the Brentford side, who up until recently had the best home record in the division. Did Brentford, but their recent form hasn't been as particularly great. Here come Forest though. Wood trying to link it up with Anderson, and a bit of a ricochet puts Liverpool under pressure, which forces Robertson to clear it away. But again, right place, right time, and another good Forest opportunity. Nice 1-2 between Chris Wood and Elliot Anderson, and as it bounces off Anderson from Van Dijk's clearance, Robertson had to be alert at the back post as Elanga was lurking, and Robertson just deals with that situation. I think they might go for the long throw here, Nottingham Forest. Aina to deliver. Up and away. Not fully cleared by Konate, and the bouncing ball falls back down for Alisson to gather. Again, it just seems like Forest are creating a bit of chaos for Liverpool to try and deal with, and Liverpool just not able to get up to terms and up to speed with it at the moment on those occasions. And the philosophy of Liverpool to have control. Van Dijk hounded here. We'll get the free kick off Ryan Yates, but not often you see that. Someone gets pressure on Virgil van Dijk. He got a free kick on that occasion, did the Liverpool captain. Still has the ball here, Van Dijk, just dribbling forward with it, not really in a hurry, and in the end that pass forward has to come all the way back to Alisson, as Forest have there's barely any space for Liverpool to exploit at times against this Forest team. When they sit deep, when they're sitting in this shape, it's just really a struggle to find a way through. And that 4-5-1 out of possession for Forest. Here's Diaz, very deep as a centre forward. Spins it out wide to Robertson, who will whip a cross in. And the cross is cleared behind by Murillo. Will be a Liverpool corner. That was a good cross by Robertson. Well dealt with by Murillo. And the first corner of the game will go the way of the visitors in the 23rd minute. As Van Dijk and Konate make their walk up to the Forest box to attack this corner. Robertson will take on the left-hand side. Will be an out-swinging corner. Robertson, left-footed. Headed away by Forest. Flicked away by Hudson-Odoi, which has Liverpool getting it all the way back to their goalkeeper in Alisson. That was well defended by Forest from that corner. Nice play by Szoboszlai. Here's Diaz. Another shot from the edge of the box from Liverpool. And that one just over the bar. Yeah, there was space there for Liverpool again. If Diaz had a run forward slight bit more, got another couple of yards on that, he could have had a very good goal scoring opportunity, but maybe snatched at it as he got it and had more time than he actually thought he did. And it ended up going over the bar for a goal kick. But certainly an eccentric start to this football match. As Gakpo brings it down from the clearance. Diaz skips away from one challenge, but gets taken out by Elliot Anderson. And Liverpool will get the free kick. Here is Gakpo. Infield to Robertson. Back to Van Dijk. Looking for a way through. Has to turn back towards Robertson, does Virgil van Dijk. Robertson's ball to Konate. Alexander-Arnold. Van Dijk again. We'll switch it, does Virgil van Dijk to Salah. Lovely diagonal. Salah chops inside Williams. Salah, edge of the box, chips it to the back post, and the header is over the bar by Cody Gakpo. But certainly Liverpool, once they get forward, they're looking to finish off these opportunities with pace and power and speed, and not looking to wait around once they get it in the round to the edge of the Forest box. They're looking to blast one to kind of catch Forest napping, but the speed of their attacks, Liverpool are blistering at the moment, but not clinical, which exactly was the case for Nottingham Forest's one and only real big chance of the game. And that finish by Chris Wood was sensational. The pass by Elanga, the combination play by Forest was quite immaculate. And Liverpool just caught slightly astray there on that occasion as Konate, under pressure by Wood, does really well to find Alexander-Arnold. Switch ball out to the right, left-hand side, and Cody Gakpo stretching just a bit ahead of Cody Gakpo, ever so slightly. Ola Aina to take this throw in for Forest on this side. And Liverpool have won 4 of the 6 meetings between these two since Forest were promoted back in 2022. They lost the first meeting and lost what is the most recent meeting. The first meeting since Forest were promoted was back in October of 2022 when Forest won by a 1-0 on this ground. And the last meeting between these two, it finished 1-0 to Nottingham Forest at Anfield. So 1-0 the magic scoreline for Forest. Gakpo with the ball into the box, headed away by the Forest defence again. But again, it's Liverpool just recycling the ball and trying to keep the pressure on the Forest defence. As I said, Liverpool come here twice, scored here just the once, and that was in the 99th minute of a game. So they have been tested, they've been struggling on this ground. Gakpo across, header away by Murillo. Alanga trying to flick it away, and Aina has to clear it away for a throw-in. But this is a ground that is a struggle for Liverpool, has been a struggle for them. And their Achilles heel at the moment is finding a way to stop Nottingham Forest against them. They have been there, what you would call the historic kind of bogey team recently in the Premier League. Here is Gakpo off the left with a right foot across to the back post, and the header is down but not found the back of the net. Somehow it's cleared away. Liverpool starting to knock on the door again. Alexander-Arnold goes for the low cross this time, well dealt with by Milenkovic, kept alive as McAllister whips it back into the box towards Salah, but that was well marshalled by Nico Williams. Goal kick. Again, Gakpo's delivery to the back post. It was Szoboszlai involved, and it was Nico Williams defensively who got a connection to it. Very good defending, and it was very good from Liverpool. Gakpo to Szoboszlai, and it was ever so close to a leveller. The Celts goes long. Van Dijk wins the first header. Murillo wins the second header. Konate wins the third header. And it's eventually brought down by Morgan Gibbs-White, who's taken down by Alexis McAllister. And a free kick to Nottingham Forest. Half-time in all of those early kickoffs now. And the second half will be getting underway very shortly. In those, actually, it's Brentford 0, City 0, Chelsea leading Bournemouth by 1-0, and West Ham United 2-0 to the good against Fulham. So home sides with the superior results and scorelines at the moment. 3 of our home teams playing tonight are winning as it stands. As Murillo takes this free kick from Nottingham Forest, but that one is going nowhere but out for a Liverpool goal kick. Van Dijk to McAllister to Alexander-Arnold. Liverpool just try and reinstate control. In the moment they are having control of the ball, they're having control of the territory, but at the moment Nottingham Forest's combativeness in their own in and around their own box is what is keeping Liverpool at bay at the moment. Trying to keep the width there, Liverpool, as Konate comes out to the right-hand side here for Salah. Has to come back infield, though, to Alexander-Arnold. We darted out to Salah again, a bit further forward down the right side. Tried to beat past Williams, he does so. But he couldn't beat past the second man, Murillo, and is put out for a Liverpool throw. But Salah is waiting to ignite. One thing about Mo Salah is he doesn't have to be massively involved in the game overall to get a goal or an assist. We've seen that on occasions. one that comes to mind in terms of away games as of recently was that Southampton game. He was barely non-existent against Southampton at St Mary's a month or two ago, and really he had a goal and an assist to win the game for Liverpool, in that one, to win 3-2. As Robertson's ball there was to no one for a Forest goal kick. Well, one thing certainly about Nottingham Forest, a lot of their wins, a lot of their successes this season have been tight games. You know, we talk about that unbeaten run at the start of the season, you know, 6 games without a defeat at the start of the campaign, and in all of those games they either drew the game or won by a single goal. On those ones, their first defeat of the season actually came in a game with a single goal. In terms of their first 9 results of the season in the Premier League, Forest, only one of them was a defeat, and all of them were either level or a 1-goal difference. So Watchalong's ball over the top, no good. But that's the difference. That's what Nottingham Forest have been about this season, is winning those duels and those battles in close games. You know, when you bring it even to against the top sides, against the likes of Aston Villas, even a Manchester United at Old Trafford, albeit not as threatening or as top level as they were and were the last decade. But even against Manchester City, at times it was a tight game. It was fine margins. Ended up 3-0, but fine margins in the game. And that's kind of the difference for Forest, is, you know, in those tighter games, maybe they wouldn't have been as tightly knit or as good defensively in previous seasons, and they would have given away two goals early on and give themselves kind of a deficit to try and chase down, and you're kind of chasing the tail of a cheetah at that point. You're basically not catching up. But at the same time, you know, that was a Nottingham Forest team that maybe was a bit weaker, a weaker team than this team. They've got their structure, they've got their system, they've got their manager, and they're starting to show the benefits of it. Nuno may have not done a good job at Spurs, but many would forget the job he did at Wolverhampton Wanderers at Wolves when they were one of the tough teams in the Premier League. He brought them from the Championship and he carried them to European success. So Nuno has done it before with a club that was probably at threat of maybe being teetering around the relegation zone. He solidified them as a Premier League side and done even better for them. As Forest have a throw in on the right hand side here, high up. Aina will go for the long throw into the box, headed away by Szoboszlai. Nico Williams will just collect again on the edge of the box, forced out to the left side. Alexander-Arnold good in the battle, trying to fizz one forward. Look at the space for Diaz here as the ball holds up a slight bit. Diaz, he's now got the roll through, couldn't find Gakpo. That's a huge moment. Diaz had space to burn, and he should have done it quicker or more accurately, and he couldn't end up doing it. Luis Diaz, good opportunity. I don't think he even could believe the amount of space he had when he got the ball, Luis Diaz. As Liverpool again have to give away a throw-in high up the field against Forest. We see this again. Alexander-Arnold's fizz ball, absolutely perfect to Luis Diaz. He's got the retreating, I think it's Murillo, and then Aina's retreating as well, but as he tries to roll it through to Gakpo, just catches Murillo, and it's well defended by Murillo. A bit lucky, but Diaz probably should have done better there for Liverpool, and another good chance gone missing. As Aina will have another long throw in here, headed away by Liverpool again, and then the rebound ball over the top is comfortably collected by the Liverpool keeper. So he wants to send them long on the counter. Couldn't find it to Diaz, but there's space here for Liverpool to keep the attack moving. But McAllister's ball intercepted by Elliot Anderson. Bit frantic at the moment. Here is Hudson-Odoi. Anderson. Back to Callum Hudson-Odoi. Here is Morgan Gibbs-White wide into Alanga in around the box. Gibbs wide again. Hudson-Odoi into Alanga. Alanga's cross, trying to find Wood, but Konate gets it clear. And Diaz was shoved over off the ball, but the referee says no foul and lets the game continue once more. It's that bouncing ball over the top as Hudson-Odoi is brought down, but no foul, says the referee there. Just seems like this game the referees doesn't want to get too involved. And Murillo there absolutely clatters Luis Diaz, lets that one go, and then the referee lets another one go up the other end. Gravenberch and Hudson-Odoi tussling. So certainly allowing a physical game tonight is the referee. Arne Slot really not happy with a few of these challenges letting go from his point of view. That's what you know it's going to be tonight, a physical battle. Alexander-Arnold over the top for Salah. Well defended by Nico Williams, who clears it away from danger. That is really good play again. Fabulous ball in behind by Alexander-Arnold. But Nico Williams well matched from Mo Salah at the moment in stopping the Egyptian. As Gakpo there with a bit of a cynical challenge on Ola Aina. Will be a free kick to Nottingham Forest, but just a free kick and no more. So far, Nottingham Forest certainly settled and being comfortable in the game. Again, the stats would say it's Liverpool that are the dominant side, but at the moment, Liverpool not able to really expose Forest as much as probably the stats would suggest. But I think if the game does come a bit more open, that might offer space, it might offer opportunities for Liverpool to try and get a leveller, create that crazy open game and give them a chance. But Nottingham Forest, with that one goal lead, they've been known to want to keep it tight, keep it compact, not give too much space up, not give too many opportunities away. And so far Liverpool have had 7 shots, none of them on target, quite crucially, but they are creating opportunities, Liverpool. It's not being as accurate as they could be with them, as Diaz with a very poor first touch, and Gibbs White there challenged well. Liverpool try and clear it away. Well dealt with by Szoboszlai, brought down now. Here's Diaz on the right side here. Luis Diaz flicks it forward for Alexander-Arnold, who fizzed it across the box, but Murillo to clear it away again. Bit of head tennis at the moment as Murillo heads from his own defence. Brought down by Szoboszlai. And Konate has to step in and keep the possession for the visitors, who put it out for a throw-in off Callum Hudson-Odoi. Elliot Anderson has a bit of an issue here. He's gone down. But don't forget, we have a midweek full of action here on LFS in the Premier League. If this one isn't hot enough and exciting enough for you, well, we've got a North London derby to come tomorrow night, 8 o'clock from the Emirates, as second place Arsenal will look to react to whatever happens here this evening and hope for a win against the Spurs side, who are 13th in the Premier League table. They find themselves 8 points clear of relegation, but a win is a must, and a big result for Spurs is a must at the moment. After that good result against Liverpool last midweek in the League Cup semi-final, a good league victory on the road would be welcome for Spurs. That's tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Gakpo, edge of the box for McAllister to shoot, and took a deflection on the way through off Ryan Yates. It will be a Liverpool corner. Again, Liverpool well accustomed to taking shots from the edge of the box. Taking that touch on the edge, and did quite clearly come off Ryan Yates there. It is quite a simple decision for the referee to give a corner. Robertson will deliver again. The last Liverpool corner ended up all the way back with their goalkeeper. As Robertson to deliver. Flicked away again, but Alexander-Arnold on the edge of the box has the shot. Charged down in the middle with a maraud of bodies there in both red and white. It was optimistic at the very most for Liverpool to have a shot there with Alexander-Arnold that would have found a way through, but you never know. And in the end, it didn't end up happening, so more often than not that would be the case. But again, another Liverpool corner that after a few passes, a few opportunities, about 10-15 seconds, was back to their goalkeeper again. McAllister tried to feed it through to Szoboszlai, but there wasn't much space to manoeuvre into for Dominic Szoboszlai. Had to battle for it. Gibbs White there was kind of tugged at by Dominic Szoboszlai. The referee, don't think he's given a foul. I think he's just given a throw-in. And I think he's just going to give a yellow card to Morgan Gibbs White here for argument against the referee and asking for a yellow card for Dominic Szoboszlai. I think he actually has given the free kick. We'll see it again. Yeah, it's definitely... see the challenge there. Yeah, from looking at it, they've both got a hold of each other, but I can see where the referee's given a free kick. And here's a chance for Forest with Elanga. And that's well defended by Liverpool, just about, by McAllister and Robertson. That was a huge moment. A nice Salah up the other end, but he's offside. So just to recap, Forest took that free kick quite quickly after it was given, while I was explaining what happened. But Morgan Gibbs White was given a yellow card for arguing with the referee, in a sense, and asking for a yellow card for Dominic Szoboszlai, and ended up with a yellow himself. But he did get the free kick. So it was a bit over dramatic from Morgan Gibbs White, but a yellow card for him. Here's Anderson, excuse me, for Forest on the left, and wins a throw-in off Ibrahima Konate. And 2 minutes of the first half remaining. And we'll lie up another long throw here, this time from the left side for Forest with Nico Williams. This will be the first long throw from this side. Williams, up in the air it goes. Cleared away comfortably by Gravenberch. And it will roll all the way for a Forest throw, but a lot closer towards the halfway line this time. A couple of goals to bring you at the start of the second half from those other games. It kicked off earlier this evening. We have an equaliser at Stamford Bridge. Bournemouth back on terms, and Fulham back in the game against West Ham. Goals there for two visiting sides. Bournemouth through Justin Kluivert with a penalty, and Fulham with Alex Iwobi has a goal back against West Ham. So away sides fighting back there in those early games. It's still level, goalless between Brentford and Manchester City at the moment. In those three early games, around about the 56th, 55th minute. So around about 10 minutes gone in the second half. So those early kickoffs. McAllister. Not in a hurry forward. Waiting for the right pass to show, and that time he tried to play the pass and it wasn't the right option. Well intercepted by Ola Aina. Elanga with a flick. Gravenberch there on a tussle, but gets a bit lost where the ball was, and Elliot Anderson comes and nicks it away. Under a battle himself with Robertson and Gravenberch. And the ball will just go out for a Liverpool throw there off Elliot Anderson. As the 45 minutes are up. But we will have one added minute at the end of the first half. One more minute. The first half where you'd have to say Liverpool controlled and dominated possession and maybe the shot opportunities, but it's Forest who were more clinical when their chance came. Here's Salah. Again, tag team, double teamed. And Elliot Anderson over there to help out defensively with Nico Williams against Salah. Konate with a headed clearance, and Alexander-Arnold will just recycle that back with Konate. and back to Allison. But that should be the last moment or two of the half. And it is the end of the first half. On the banks of the River Trent, it is the home side once again at the City Ground that are ahead at the break. It's Nottingham Forest with practically their only real chance of the half in front of the Liverpool goal, you'd have to say. And Chris Wood, on the form that he's in, you know where it's going to end up, and that was into the back of the Liverpool net. And that is the only goal of the first half. Liverpool have threatened up the other end, but with no joy and nothing to show for it as of yet. Arneslot a bit tentative about the challenges and the fouls that his side, he feel, haven't been given in that first half. But all of that to talk about at half-time, where it is Nottingham Forest 1, Liverpool 0. Welcome back to Premier League Live at half-time at the City Ground. It's Nottingham Forest 1, Liverpool 0 at the break. Liverpool with the dominant amount of possession and the shots in that first half, but without a shot on target are the visitors at the moment, and Nottingham Forest with that clinical Chris Wood goal that has them ahead at the break. In those other games that are into the second halves, it's goalless between Brentford and Manchester City at the moment at the GTEC Community Stadium. Chelsea are being held by Bournemouth, a very competitive match between those two. Chelsea in fourth at the moment, and Bournemouth with a draw would go to seventh in the Premier League table. It is 1-1 there. Cole Palmer with the opener for Chelsea, and Justin Kluivert with a penalty to level it. There was a quick VAR check on that one. I think they've just given a yellow card in the end there. At the London Stadium, Graham Potter's first Premier League game in charge of West Ham, and his first home game in charge of the Hammers, and he has got a 2-1 lead for his team going into the second half. They were 2-0 up at half-time. Carlos Soler and Thomas Soucek with the 2 goals in the first half, but a goal back from Alex Iwobi has Fulham back in the game. Fulham on an 8-game Premier League unbeaten run, 9 in all competitions, and it might be coming to an end tonight if they don't turn it around against West Ham United. And half-time, Nottingham Forest 1, Liverpool 0 here at the City Ground. Tomorrow we have another set of 4 Premier League fixtures for you as Everton host Aston Villa, Crystal Palace head to Leicester, Wolves and Newcastle meet at St James's Park, and it's the North London derby as Arsenal look to react to whatever happens between Liverpool and Nottingham Forest tonight, and they take on Tottenham, who are in 13th, but a North London derby, it is more than just who's the better side or who's in better form. It's about who's better in the 90 minutes and that North London derby, and we'll see who is better tomorrow night. Then on Thursday, Ipswich take on Brighton at Portman Road, and Southampton travel to Manchester United, who have that wonderful victory against Arsenal at the Emirates on Sunday, and they want to follow that up with a big home win against the bottom of the table side, Southampton. Right, that is the way Matchday 21 looks in the Premier League. Rare to have a full roster of midweek action in January, but that is what we have for you this midweek. And in this game, our first of 3 this midweek, you'd have to say, Liverpool have done everything right up until the final third, and that's the difference between the two teams at the moment. Forest's only real chance in the final third was converted for the goal. Liverpool's multitude of chances, opportunities in and around the edge of the box in that final third have just not really been accurate enough. They've been hit over the bar. They've been kind of high flyers, really, from the edge of the box, not really testing Murillo at all. Without a shot on target for Liverpool in that first half, with 9 shots, none of them on target, basically shows that Liverpool are creating chances, are getting into the right areas, but they're not being clinical enough or accurate enough when they get into those areas, and that's the issue at the moment. It's not down to Forest being combative and blocking those shots. They've had 2 blocked shots out of the 9, so 7 of those shots have been off target. So poor finishing from Liverpool has really let them down. And a lot of times in that first half, we saw Liverpool kind of shoot from the edge of the box, kind of not try and work it into the box or kind of whip it across at the box. It's more when they get it in and around the edge of the D and in and around the edge of the box. That's when they're hitting the shots, Liverpool. Whether that's something they've spotted that is maybe a slight weakness in this Forest team, but so far, if it is a weakness, they haven't been able to take much kind of advantage of it in that first half, and that's where they stand at the moment. Finding themselves 1-0 down at the half. They won't panic. They won't kind of rush for excuses and kind of unsettle themselves, Liverpool. They've been in positions where they've been behind at half-time before, and have come back from it, so that it's not the kind of collapse of Liverpool tonight. There is still a whole other half of football to come. And I would mention, kind of, in a sense, the Leicester game, albeit it was level at half-time, but it was a game where Liverpool were the better side in the first half. They were creating lots of chances, creating lots of opportunities, but weren't able to take that clinical edge. And Leicester had that one-goal lead, and you felt like, Leicester were just going to hang on for it, but Liverpool found that spark. And I think if they kind of engage the contact of that Leicester game, Liverpool, I think they can turn this game around and get themselves a result. However, this is a Nottingham Forest side, as I've said, 5 clean sheets on the bounce. This Forest team are not going to give up a goal easily, and Liverpool are going to probably have to create, if not the perfect goal, a very, very good goal, if they're going to find a way through either that, or it's going to be one of those goals where it's a wicket deflection or an own goal that will get them a goal. But it seems like Liverpool, if they keep creating their chances, they will find a breakthrough. But this Forest team, as you know, as I've already mentioned, 5 clean sheets in a row, and they're on a wonderful winning run of 7 games on the bounce, winning at the moment, and that has got them where they are at the moment, which would be, with a win tonight, they would find themselves just 3 points off Liverpool, albeit with Liverpool a game in hand, but 3 points off the league leaders, and putting pressure on Arsenal to get a win tomorrow night to kind of reclaim second place. If that were to be the case, that is where we are. Right, I've a bit to get you up to date with those 3 other games, because the goals going in all 3 of those matches. We'll start at the top, where there is a breakthrough between Brentford and Manchester City, and it is the visitors that have taken the lead. Manchester City lead. Phil Foden with the goal in the 66th minute of the game has broken the deadlock there for the reigning champions, and Manchester City would go up into the top 4 with a win tonight if results go their way. At the moment, they will be going their way, because there is another goal at Stamford Bridge, and it is not going the home side's way there, because Bournemouth have taken the lead for the first time in the night. Antoine Semenyo with the goal has got Bournemouth 2-1 in front at Stamford Bridge, and a great second half for the Cherries at the moment. Cherries, who would jump up to 6th with a win tonight. Chelsea, of course, dropped to 5th with a loss and a Manchester City win, which is currently happening. And another goal at the London Stadium as well. Said Fulham were back in it. Alex Iwobi's goal at the start of the second half reignited them, gave them a chance, but this would certainly dampen their spirits a little bit. With a third West Ham goal, Lucas Paquetá with the third has West Ham leading by 2 goals again, and they're 3-1 up. Our Graham Potter's Hammers, a Fulham side at the moment, who are also battling up and around the top half. This would only be their 5th defeat of the season for Fulham. They're 9th in the table. West Ham would jump up to 12th with a win this evening, would leapfrog Tottenham and Manchester United with a win tonight, and get them up into 12th in the table. That is where we stand. The second half at the City Ground between Forest and Liverpool is on the way next. Do stay with us. Welcome back to Premier League Live, half-time at the City Ground. It is Forest who lead by a 1-0, but the second half is about to get underway very shortly. Don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on post notifications if you haven't done so already. We're on the road to 25,000 and we're not too far away from that. And I'd greatly appreciate it if you can subscribe and like the video. It would be greatly appreciated. Thanks for joining us. Also, we're live on Twitch as well this evening, so go and follow us over there as well, if that is your preferred kind of format to watch the game. As well. We're also on Twitch this evening, and we're trying to expand a bit further as well. Build a TikTok and maybe go live on TikTok and give you another little bit of a view behind the scenes. So do follow us on TikTok as well, on @LF Streams over there. Right, it will be Liverpool that kick us off for the second half, and a second half where they need to find a spark and give themselves at least a shot on targets to try and get back into this game. crucially, no substitutions at half-time. So, as you were from the end of the first half. Just waiting on the whistle. There it is. And the second half is underway at the City Ground. 45 to go. 45 down. Forest leading by a goal to nil. But a lot can still happen. Liverpool, known mostly this season for their improvements between the first and second halves. That trend was actually bucked last week when Spurs actually beat Liverpool in the second half with a goal in the second half of that game at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and Manchester United kept Liverpool at bay at Anfield a few days prior to that as well. But as usually under Arne Slot this season is when Liverpool up the ante a slight bit more against their opponents is in the second half. And an early free kick here as Cody Gakpo is fouled by the Forest captain Ryan Yates. So a free kick for the Reds. Actually, both teams are called the Reds, so that would be quite confusing. The visiting team, Liverpool, with a free kick. Robertson and Alexander-Arnold to take. And this wide left-hand side. This would be a great start to the second half if they could get a leveller here from this one. It's Robertson and Alexander-Arnold watch to find a delivery. It will be Alexander-Arnold. It will be headed away by Elliot Anderson. Not the most threatening of crosses, but easily dealt with by Forest as Salah visited into space. McAllister under pressure, back out to Salah. Salah who will try and deliver, and the deflected ball off Hudson-Odoi will be gathered by Matt Seltz, who was alert to that deflection. Well, remember, Liverpool have had, as I said in that first half, some troubles at finding a way past Forest at this ground. But that 99th minute winner from Darwin Núñez, assisted by Alexis McAllister, was one of the highlights of their final season under Jurgen Klopp last season. Here's Salah, Szoboszlai. Again continues, Szoboszlai to the byline, chips it back across. Flicked away by Elanga, but Liverpool starting to find room again. Here's Alexander-Arnold. Tries to chip it forward, link up with Szoboszlai. Alexander-Arnold in the box here. And well charged out by Murillo as Forest clear it away again. But Liverpool try and keep the pressure on as Aina again thumps it long. And Robertson this time with a poor back pass. Puts it straight out of play for a Forest throw-in. There's good pressure by Anthony Elanga on Andy Robertson, and that got Forest up the pitch. It's also those moments, those kind of game intelligence moments of keeping the pressure on Liverpool, even though you're putting the ball long. It's putting the pressure, forcing them into mistakes. That's what gets you up the field as well. Gives you a chance to kind of settle back in and get yourself opportunities up the other end, whilst also being so solid defensively. As Gakpo there battling against Elanga, does really well. Slides it into Szoboszlai, who skips away from two challenges. But a fantastic challenge by Murillo. Wins it back for a Forest again, and the ball in behind is intercepted by Konate. Again, you see where Forest are maybe getting a bit desperate, a bit snatching at it there on that occasion. Bit impatient. Here comes Salah. He's had to be patient, not had many chances to get past Williams, and didn't get past him there either. That's a thumper on Ryan Yates by Alexis McAllister. He's asking high. I don't know why he would be asking that. It's quite clearly a foul. I mean, it's definitely a foul by Alexis McAllister, but certainly no more than that. Can certainly tell you that much. Second goal at the G-Tech Community Stadium. And Brentford's recent dip in home form is continuing, it seems, as City double their lead from that one. We don't have a goal scorer as of yet, but this will be a fourth win in a row for Manchester City, and the fifth game unbeaten for Manchester City in all competitions if they were to win tonight. Alexander-Arnold brings it down from that Nottingham Forest free kick. Just seems like every time Nottingham Forest try and go long, Liverpool are able to just recover it. They did a lot in the first half, and Forest really have no massive intention of carving their way through Liverpool on occasion. It's when Liverpool are pressed in the midfield is where Forest look to try and find those gaps, find those spaces, and kind of break up the Liverpool play, and then try and break on them. But when they have it with their own defence, Forest, that's when they're trying to hold off Liverpool. And here they come down the left-hand side here with Hudson-Odoi. Had to retrieve the ball as it was behind him. Hudson-Odoi with space to shoot. Charged down there by McAllister, still alive in the box. It's cleared away to Salah. Finds Diaz somehow. Wanted a handball, did Luis Diaz. Not going to get a handball. Will be a Forest ball in possession. Diaz again battling to win it back. Does win it back, but puts it out for a Nottingham Forest throw-in. Certainly is a frantic nature to this game. The lack of control is certainly quite clear. Konate then continuing what Robertson did a bit earlier and hoofing that one out of play. Well, a couple of movements on the Liverpool bench. Diogo Jota and Harvey Elliott are just kind of going out for a warm-up. Not coming on, they're just getting themselves out for a warm-up. We just got a shot of the Liverpool bench. Look to be Kostas Tsimikas is also out there warming up. Here is Gibbs White for Nottingham Forest in the cross. Beats everyone in there in red. And now Liverpool want a break with Diaz. Well marshalled by Yates. Pulled back by Ryan Yates. And he's going to get the free kick there, the Colombian. It is a foul. And it's going to be a yellow card for the Nottingham Forest captain. He put his best acting face on there in reaction to that yellow card. It certainly is a foul and a booking. And the referee, I think, who's actually done really well tonight, the referee. Been very fair up to this point. Van Dijk into a tight space. McAllister's pass is off to no one in Liverpool colours. It's been a bit open with their passing, Liverpool. They've tried to be crisp and kind of sharp with it and move it quickly, but a couple of those misplaced passes just breaks up a rhythm. Trying to be too precise can be an issue at times if it doesn't come off. Diaz. Back to Alexander-Arnold. Back to Diaz again. Nutmegs Elliot Anderson, but doesn't get any further with it, does Luis Diaz. So Anderson recovers, and then McAllister's going to be penalised for another foul here, this time on Chris Wood. And it's going to be a free kick to the home side, who I think the home fans want the yellow card for McAllister, but he's not going to get one at the moment. Certainly absolutely blasting in the goals in those other games at the minute. This one, just the one goal. We'll hold that for the moment because here come Forest down the right hand side. Elanga whips a cross in. Van Dijk with a good header away. And Szoboszlai tries to feed it round the corner for Alexander-Arnold. Trying to roll it through, but rolls it through to no one. But Murillo, a nice space for Forest down the left here, but Hudson-Odoi's offside. Right, goals to tell you about elsewhere. Brentford have got one back against Manchester City. Is the game still on with 8 minutes to go? Johan Vissa with a consolation, or could it be more in that one? Still 2-1 to Bournemouth at Stamford Bridge. Another goal at the London Stadium, but is it over there as well? Because Fulham have got another one back against West Ham. It's 3-2. Alex Iwobi with his second of the night, and Fulham's second of the night. 3-2 in East London. So both sides have scored in all of those other three games. The only side of the 8 Premier League teams involved tonight that haven't scored are Liverpool. And they come forward. And that cross by Alexander-Arnold is headed behind by Elliot Anderson for a Liverpool corner. So officially, Liverpool are the last team to score of the 8 Premier League teams in action tonight. After Brentford got that goal. They have a corner on this right-hand side, Liverpool. They've had all the corners up to this point. This is their 3rd corner. Forest yet to have a corner in the game. And Robertson will deliver from the right-hand side this time, so it will be an in-swinger by Andy Robertson. Actually goes short with it to Diaz. Back to Robertson, who will lift it to the back post. It's a bit deep as Van Dijk brought it down. Rolled to the edge of the box, and Alexander-Arnold over the top. Couldn't find his teammate in Robertson, really. And Robertson could only head out of play. It's an opportunity to kind of confuse Nottingham Forest there. Alexander-Arnold, maybe you would have thought he would have had the shot. Tried to dink it over the top, and it was a bit too much for Robertson to try and settle with in the box. Goal kick. Long ball by Forest, and Van Dijk gets Liverpool back into possession. Asking his team to get up the pitch is Virgil van Dijk there as Konate strides forward into space. Kind of shoved there by Wood, but does keep the ball and recycles it to Ryan Gravenberch. We haven't heard much from in the second half, Gravenberch. Van Dijk. McAllister on the turn. Gravenberch in behind, looking for Diaz. And just a slight bit too much on the ball for Luis Diaz. Better again from Liverpool into the space. Nice play by Szoboszlai round the corner to Gravenberch, who kind of arrows one into the path of Luis Diaz in a tight space as well. That's just slightly overhit and well dealt with by the Forest defence as we get a look at a Liverpool legend in the crowd tonight in Sir Kenny Dalglish watching on. He would have remembered the days of when these two went back toe to toe. Sir Kenny Dalglish back in the 70s and 80s. A long time ago. But Sir Kenny Dalglish, I'm sure, remembers them well in the crowd, as with many historically. Of course, Forest back-to-back European Cups back in the 80s. Absolute wonder of a feat. It's Alexander-Arnold to Salah. Salah rolled it in behind Szoboszlai. Well charged down by Murillo again. Liverpool creating chances, Forest just rebounding them away. At the moment it's just a great bit of defending. Knows the shot, the ball's going to come across the box, and Murillo just throws himself in the way. Gets any sort of contact to put it behind. No nonsense defending from Murillo again. Robertson will deliver this time. Again, not dealt with, not capitalised upon by Liverpool, and Forest get it away. Hudson-Odoi now, space for 3 Forest players, and Gravenberch did incredibly well there as he was well outnumbered. Throwing everything at this Forest. Gakpo. Szoboszlai on the turn. Out to the left side for McAllister. Now Robertson will cross it. Flicked on. Bouncing ball for Salah wide. And that's really the first effort that Mo Salah's had all night of any great note. Robertson's cross flicked out to the back post, and Alexander-Arnold and Salah were there. Salah's shot dragged wide of the right post. Maybe Liverpool have, I wouldn't say upped the ante, but they've just added a bit more energy, a bit more tempo into the game, and it's opened up much more. Been very open. Long ball by Seltz. As there's a Forest player on the ground there. That will be a free kick. I think it was Virgil van Dijk that got the challenge and the foul. Ultimately, free kick to Nottingham Forest again. And looks like Diogo Jota on the sideline is getting information, tactical information, so we'll see his entrance to the field of play very shortly. I'm guessing anyway, considering he's getting tactical information. It looks likely. He's not got his shirt on yet, so we'll wait and see. This Forest free kick will come first, though, which Marilla will take. He's not only good defending, good delivering a ball to the back post, headed down into the mix, and away by Gravenberg. McAllister might got a slick nick on the ball, but well won back by Elliot Anderson. And now Hudson-Odoi down the left side. Chops in field, does well to feed it on to Morgan Gibbs-White. He turns away from trouble. Now Elliot Anderson again. Lovely flick. Finding Gibbs-White. Forrester enjoying this now. Hudson-Odoi, Gibbs-White. And he gets absolutely taken out there, Morgan Gibbs-White. Will be a free kick. But they were having a bit of fun and taking a bit of liberties against Liverpool there. And I think Liverpool just had enough and said, here you go, you're going to get shoved. And Morgan Gibbs-White is down. I think Elliot Anderson's gone down as well, holding his head, whatever that's about. Trent Alexander-Arnold is watching on coyly. See this again. Oh. Well, that's a bit strange. Trent Alexander-Arnold kind of pushes the ball away with his right hand after the free kick's been given, and Elliot Anderson gets in the way of it. Kind of gets taken down, but I mean, there's really nothing in that. I mean, it's really strange that. See the replay of it again and again. Yeah, there's just really nothing in that. The VAR had a look at it, but just an accidental connection really in the end. And Forest do have a free kick here from his left side, just around about the edge of the box. Very strange that moment, but Elliot Anderson and Alexander-Arnold talking it over there. I think Trent Alexander-Arnold trying to explain it from his point of view that was just trying to get to the ball and stop the ball. Ended up catching the Forest player. It will be a Nottingham Forest free kick here in a very good area down this left. Right about the edge of the box on the left side. Anthony Alanga's over it. What is he thinking here, Anthony Alanga, for this one? What is in his head? Delivery. Trying to sneak it in. Allison was quick to that. Trying to be sneaky. Hudson-Odoi's deliveries over the head. He just felt maybe Anthony Alanga was ready to sneak that one, and he tried it. He definitely tried it to sneak it in the near post. Allison was well alert and well ready for that. And he did make a good punch away, did the Brazilian. Well, 63 minutes gone. Liverpool still trailed by a goal to nil. Maybe some substitutions on the horizon for Arne Slot's team that maybe can give them something different to kind of throw at the Forest defence, as there's a player gone down and Alexis McAllister there. And Ryan Yates, well, I can read his lips and say and see what he's saying. I won't repeat what he's saying, but he's not happy with the decision going against him there. And he kind of just catches the face of Alexis McAllister, claiming his innocence, but it is a foul. He's on a yellow card as well as Ryan Yates. Second goal at the G-Tech Community Stadium, and as a late leveller for Brentford. I said, is that one still on? Well, it is, and it certainly is, as Christian Norgard with a 92nd minute equaliser. 2-2. Still the same elsewhere. Robertson to deliver this free kick. Flicked away and cleared away at the edge of the box by Morgan Gibbs-White. Again, crucial from Forest. Winning the first and even at times the second ball. And just making sure there's no threat at all from Liverpool as Alexander-Arnold whips it back in deep. Bouncing around the Forest box, and Nico Williams takes no risks in just heading that one out for a corner. Salah was in and around his area, in his vicinity there. as Liverpool make a double change. Then it's going to be Konate coming off and Jota coming on, and Kostas Tsimikas is also going to be coming on. And coming off for Kostas Tsimikas is going to be Andy Robertson, I believe. So a double substitution for Liverpool, and it looks like a change of system, because there's no straight swap for the centre-back. It's an extra body forward. So maybe a back three coming in here for Liverpool. Corner here on the right-hand side. Left-footed, whipped in by Tsimikas, and headed on and in. And it is the two substitutes for Liverpool who combine for the leveller. You couldn't write it if you tried. Tsimikas with the first touch, his first touch of the game with a delivery, and Jota's first touch of the game for the equaliser. That is incredible. Hollywood script writing at its finest. Wonderful delivery. Jota pops up ahead of anyone in red, and a lovely header into the far corner. Pass sells, and Liverpool have their leveller. If there is ever a way to call yourself a impact sub, that is a way to do it. The two players that have just come on with their first touches, an assist and a goal. I mean, that is sensational. Absolutely sensational. Forest 1, Liverpool 1. And they've barely been on the pitch a minute, and they've both impacted here for Liverpool. Talk about a super sub. Super subs even. 1-1. Wow. That's only the 20th goal that Nottingham Forest have conceded. That is the same as Liverpool, who have conceded 20 as well. The first goal that Forest scored was their 20. So both coming into this game and conceded 19 Premier League goals in the campaign. And Liverpool with a bit of momentum here with this leveller. That was good work by Murillo to settle the team, although Salah's nicked it back. Jota, heavy touch taken away from him, as Elliot Anderson was in a tussle there with Szoboszlai. The two number 8s go toe-to-toe, and it is a free kick for Nottingham Forest. That is Liverpool's 48th Premier League goal of the season. They are the league's top goal scorers, by quite a distance, to be fair. And 42 goals is the nearest threat to that in Spurs. And defensively, Liverpool, one of the best defences in the league. In terms of goals conceded, only Arsenal have conceded less than Liverpool. Of course, Nottingham Forest have now conceded the same amount, with both conceding in this game. Of course, 1-1. It is finished between Brentford and Manchester City. 2-2 it finished there. Same scoreline coming in at Stamford Bridge, because Chelsea have just levelled it late against Bournemouth, and it's Reece James with a 95th minute equaliser. There's still about 2 minutes or so to go in that Chelsea-Bournemouth game, but a 2-2 draw it seems to be coming there. 3-2 to West Ham in East London. There's about 30 seconds to go for Fulham to try and rescue a late goal in that one, which they have done already this season, Fulham. And a good bit of time here, about a quarter of this game to go, and it is 1-1 with Liverpool in the ascendancy, you would feel. Szoboszlai, ball across by Salah, bit of a deflection which actually helped Nottingham Forest in defending that, took all the pace off the cross. Although Hudson-Odoi just toes it back to Salah, and Jota in the box, chips one man, and almost beats the keeper. Good save by Matt Seltz. Jota's come on and has looked hungry for goals. Gets a goal with his first touch of the game, and almost gets a second with that chance. He's only on the field, 4 minutes? And he's already created a big impact with Liverpool's 2 shots on target, both coming from Diogo Jota to this point. It is finished at the London Stadium there. West Ham have beaten Fulham by 3-2, and Graham Potter has his first win as the West Ham boss, and it is a home game in the Premier League, and 3 big points for the Hammers against a good Fulham side. 3-2 it is finished there, as Diaz is just going to get booked here, I believe, for a challenge in the middle there against the Forest man. I think it was Ryan Yates. Free kick to Nottingham Forest, around about the edge of the centre circle in Liverpool's half. And with 20 minutes to go, this game is most certainly on for 20 minutes for either side to try and find something out of this game, as Liverpool deal with a free kick again and clear it away, and Hudson-Odoi just recycles it all the way back with his goalkeeper. Seltz over the top. Wood made the run in behind. Liverpool players wanted the flag, didn't come. Here's Hudson-Odoi. Back to Elliot Anderson with a ball in, but that one's overhit, and it will be retrieved by Allison, who rolls it out to Tsimikas. I'm intrigued to really see how Liverpool are playing now at the moment. It is just a simple back three, it seems. Maybe Gravenberch maybe dropping in every now and again, but not consistently. It's the 2 fullbacks and Virgil van Dijk on his own in the middle, it seems. That's the setup at the moment for Liverpool. So a back three, being more aggressive as they probably need to be. Liverpool 1-0 down they were when that change was made, and almost instantaneously they changed the scoreline of the game. Here's Salah tussling again with Nico Williams, who's done very well tonight so far up against Mo Salah. Has the Welshman, as I said, used to play in the colours of the team he's facing tonight, and has done very well against his former teammate in Mo Salah. Here is Salah. Cuts back onto the left. Szoboszlai on the edge of the box. Wanted to shoot. Decided to try and thread it through for McAllister. And in the end, it's well defended by Nico Williams. And I think he's going to get a goal kick out of that as well, off Alexis McAllister. As I mentioned in the first half, more Premier League action for you to come in midweek. This midweek, as Arsenal take on Spurs in the North London Derby tomorrow at 8. Then on Thursday night, we round off our midweek action as Manchester United host Southampton on Thursday. As well on Sunday, a big game is Ipswich host Manchester City on Sunday at 4:30. We'll look forward to that one as well. That's our big Sunday game this weekend. Liverpool, I think, are eyeing up another substitute in a moment. Curtis Jones, I've heard, is the next in line, it seems, for Liverpool. If he follows suit with the other 2 subs that Liverpool have brought on, he might have a goal impact and a goal contribution almost instantly. Alexander-Arnold, right through to Szoboszlai. Out to the right for Salah. Salah back to Szoboszlai in the box. Szoboszlai across. Well blocked by Murillo again. And Elliot Anderson trying to get away for Forest, but Szoboszlai battling back and blocking that out for a Forest throw-in. Final score between Chelsea and Bournemouth, it finishes 2-2. So 3 very tight games in those other fixtures. 2-2, 2-2 and 3-2 in those other games. Lots of goals, lots of action, a couple of droppages of points. That's a great draw for Brentford, to be fair. Oh, ball of mine. Oh, Murillo put his team under pressure. Milenkovic was on the cover, but Salah was threatening him behind, and Milenkovic had to throw it away, get it as far away as he could out for the throw-in. As Liverpool are making another change then, Luis Diaz is coming off, and Curtis Jones will be coming on. So a bit of an adjustment from Arne Slot. We'll see what way they'll set up now with their auxiliary centre forward in Luis Diaz, who has had a freedom role tonight as well. Just kind of settle in. And he's just been taken off, and we'll see where Curtis Jones starts to pick up the ball, with Jota obviously will be the out-and-out centre forward now. I think maybe a bit of a rejigging of the Liverpool team once again. Here is Curtis Jones on the left side. to Van Dijk. Liverpool all in Nottingham Forest half by the goalkeeper. Alexander-Arnold tried to thread one through to Jota. Ultimately, it didn't work the first time, but nice spin away from Jota there. Couldn't really keep it as Forest get a toe in and clear it away. Liverpool overwhelming amounts of possession. Almost 70% of the ball. And there's an issue here for Forest, which has the game stopped. Nikola Milenkovic is in pain, so he's gone down. Not in a particularly good way there is the Forest centre-back. But the official kind of time from being subbed on to finding the back of the net for Jota, 22 seconds. That's sensational. It's just ridiculous. I mean, I'm watching the full 22 seconds play out from him entering the field, having a little chat with Luis Diaz, and then scoring the goal. As Forest are going to make a change now themselves. Ryan Yates is going to leave the field. And he's going to be replaced by Nicolas Dominguez. So straight swap in the middle for Nuno. Olaina, a bit cheap at the back here. Gives it away to Gakpo. Here's Jones. Spinning around. Into the box. To McAllister. And Salah was lurking at the back post. Couldn't reach it. Alexander-Arnold defends it back across. All the way through. And the big save of Jota's shot. What a save by Matt Seltz. Diogo Jota, who's on this pitch about 10 minutes, could have 3 goals for Liverpool tonight. 2 huge Matt Seltz saves has denied him those opportunities as Forest come up the other end. Gibbs White, edge of the box, trying to drive it in as Gravenberch clears it away, and Jota battling with Aina. Couldn't really keep possession and recycled back with Milenkovic for Forest. Diogo Jota, when he first came at Liverpool, when he first joined Liverpool, he kind of had that idea. He kind of had that identity of being the super sub, the change on the bench, the player you bring off the bench to kind of torment defences late in games. And he won many's a game for Liverpool. I remember quite a number of games, an Arsenal game, a West Ham game, a Sheffield United game, all at Anfield. And I remember that impact that Diogo Jota had instantly when he came off the bench in his early starts at Liverpool. And already tonight, what we've seen from Jota is off the charts impressive since coming onto the field. Tsimikas did well in the second phase of his battle there. Got a bit caught out in the first tussle, but dealt with it the second time round. And Gakpo absolutely on the back of Ola Aina here, trying to come away with the ball, but both end up on the floor in that one. And Dominguez comes away with the ball. Here is Gibbs White. Down the left is space for Hudson-Odoi. Wood in the middle. Hudson-Odoi tries to cut it back to Gibbs White, but misplaced. And now Liverpool can break away with Szoboszlai. To Salah. Liverpool on the move. Salah rolls it into Gakpo. Jota in the middle. Gakpo across. Blocked. Gakpo again to Salah. Blocked by Anderson. Salah battling again. Edge of the box. Liverpool not wanting to give it up as they clear it away. Forest, and Gibbs White in behind here. Gravenberch doing very well in the battle. Liverpool would have got the advantage anyway from a free kick as McAllister end to end this game at the moment. Gakpo to Jones. Jones with a cutback blocked. Again, Jones will not get it before it goes out for the throw to Liverpool. 11 minutes of normal time to go, and both threatening. Jota in and around the edge of the box. Back to Gakpo now. Szoboszlai leaves it, and Alexander-Arnold maybe a bit wasteful and waiting for that chance. And now Forest might get a breakaway here with Elanga down the right hand side. Hudson-Odoi as well charging through, and Wood as well trying to get involved. And Van Dijk waits for the ample opportunity to win the ball back and does so comfortably. Here's Alexander-Arnold. Wants to dart it forward. Salah's on the run. Here is Mo Salah. Up against Nico Williams again, who's been with him all night. Not give Salah much space whatsoever. And now back to Jota. He's battling with Murillo, but loses that battle. Hudson-Odoi to Gibbs-White. Alanga back to Morgan Gibbs-White. And Forest a bit too cute with their flicks in the middle. Give it away to Jota. Now Salah. Salah into the box he comes. Mo Salah brought down. Jota with a shot. Charged down. VAR going to check for a possible penalty. The referee said no. Didn't see a real good close-up look at it, but we'll have to see it again. Here's Gakpo. Liverpool, in the meantime, continuing to move the ball around in attack here. Szoboszlai will shoot and will be close, but no cigar. Goal kick. And the VAR decision is check complete, I think. No further need. Just see this shot from Szoboszlai. Yeah, it was a good strike from the edge of the box. He wanted a deflection, but I think it just curled away naturally. Just wide of the right post. Ever so close for Szoboszlai there. As we see the challenge on Salah again. Yeah, Elliot Anderson and Nico Williams both involved against Salah, but there's very little in that. To be honest, I think it will be a corner here. I think might have took a deflection, that Szoboszlai shot. But it will be a corner to Liverpool. This is where the goal that won the game for Liverpool last season came. The corner headed away, and that's where the Liverpool equalizer came from as well, from that corner, but not this time. Did they make it count as Gravenberch steps up into midfield? Szoboszlai, he has dropped back quite a significant bit, Ryan Gravenberch, kind of dropping in at centre-back when needed for Liverpool. Since that kind of tactical switch for the extra striker, the extra attacker. Here's Aina on his own byline at the moment. And Milenkovic clears away. Liverpool, though, down the left, retrieve the possession. Gravenberch got a bit caught out, but does well, does Szoboszlai to keep it moving. Now Alexander-Arnold, threaded through. Here is Dominik Szoboszlai to Salah, who took the shot, but was well wide. Liverpool are pushing and probing. Nice ball by Alexander-Arnold into Szoboszlai, rolled it on to Salah. I don't think the cross was on, to be honest, but his teammates thought it was, and Salah's shot ultimately not making that decision making better. And will be a substitution here for Nottingham Forest. Callum Hudson-Odoi is the one that's going to be making way. And he's going to be replaced by Jota Silva. So some fresh legs on attack for Nuno Espirito Santo's side. About 7 minutes to go. Plus the additional time, of course. A Forest team that have lost just twice in 9 previous home games in the Premier League this season. Before tonight, they'd conceded just 7 goals. That Liverpool equaliser, their 8th they've conceded here on this ground. But here's Mo Salah in behind, and a heavy first touch from Salah. Let Sells come and smother it. Yeah, it's first time ball by Alexander-Arnold over the top. Salah makes the run in behind Nico Williams, isolated one-on-one, and Matt Sells just comes and smothers what was a poor first touch by Mo Salah. Van Dijk back to Alisson. Slight bit much on that. Alisson had the chase it a slight bit as he clears it away. Forest try and send themselves up the left-hand side here with Anthony Alanga on the attack. Up against Alexander-Arnold. Bit of pace here. Across it goes. And the tap-in was close, but it was not there. Great cross by Anthony Alanga. Fizzed across the box. Low and hard. Jota Silva was in the middle. And Van Dijk was there to oversee it all. and clear it away, but that was a good chance for Forest. I have to say there's both chances at both ends here. Long throw by Ola Aina. Flicked on by Milenkovic, but hooked away, not fully cleared by Gravenberg. And then Jota Silva's attempt of a cross, blocked by Tsimikas, will be another throw in for Forest. And Ola Aina will take again from this right side. Will be another attempt of a long throw. Aina. Up in the air does Tsimikas. Bouncing ball in the round of the edge of the Liverpool box here as Gakpo gets involved. Jota and Szoboszlai kind of taken down there. Liverpool take the free kick quickly. The ref realises it. Here's Alexander-Arnold. Darts it down the right for Salah. A chance here for Liverpool. Salah in the box. Salah trying to find it across. So Curtis Jones in the box now keeps it alive from the Salah's pass. Bodies in and around the box here for Liverpool. Jones takes maybe a bit too long to try and move the ball. Tsimikas eyed up the cross the first time, trying to jink out Jota Silva there in his own box. Szoboszlai. Alexander-Arnold's shot, well charged down by Dominguez, recycled by Szoboszlai. Liverpool keep the pressure on. McAllister. Szoboszlai. Right to the right hand side for Salah. Not a best control. Jones will be there to keep it alive. Jota back to Curtis Jones. Jones across, well blocked. Corner it will be off Nico Williams. And Nico Williams has a bit of pain around his Achilles or his ankle or something there. Either that's play acting or he is genuinely in a bit of pain. It might be the way he's stretched. But he is back to his feet, Nico Williams. So not much of a delay on that one as Liverpool go over to take this corner. The North London derby is on the way tomorrow night. 8 o'clock kickoff at the Emirates. Arsenal Spurs. Looking forward to that one as Arsenal look to react to this game this evening between the two sides in and around Arsenal. As the corner comes in. Headed away this time. Again, Tsimikas will retreat and win the ball back again. Cycled out to Gravenberg. 3 minutes of normal time to go. Szoboszlai down the left hand side. Gakpo. Back to Szoboszlai. Feeds it through to McAllister. Now to Salah. Salah! Great save by Matt Seltz. Centre of the goal from Salah, but Seltz off his line, off balance. Had to kind of push it with his left hand high and wide. Salah tried to just dink the keeper. He was close, and another Liverpool corner will come. And Alexander-Arnold will take it this time. This is Liverpool's 8th corner. Forest still without a corner in the game. Alexander-Arnold to deliver. Right-footed. Flicked on. Oh, cleared away by the keeper. Salah off the line. What a block. Tsimikas still alive. Jota on the turn. Gakpo a bit slow to it, but Alexander-Arnold there on the left side. They're throwing everybody back, Forest. It is do or die moments. They're throwing all they've got at Liverpool now defensively. Ball into the box. Not fully cleared. Salah again, just over the bar. They're giving it everything, Liverpool. Throwing everything they've got at the goalkeeper. The corner flicked in. Liverpool defender, I think it was Van Dijk and Gakpo that were involved there from the corner. Sells then punches it away. Salah on the rebound as it bounces down, shoots first time, cleared off the line. I mean, that's huge moments, and Forest hanging on in there incredibly at the moment. As Nico Williams, who's, I have to say, done excellently against Mo Salah for the vast majority of the game, he's going to be making way, as will be Chris Wood, who opened the scoring for Forest in the 8th minute. Seems like a long time ago now that goal was scored by Chris Wood, and he's going to be leaving the field as well. And Taiwo Awoniyi is going to be coming on. Morgan Gibbs-White is also going to be coming off, so a triple change here for Nottingham Forest. Excuse me. As I think Morgan Gibbs-White's trying to find someone else to have the captain's armband here for the moment. It will be Sells who will take this goal kick then. Forest have lots of bodies up the field, trying to get it as far as possible away from goal. We'll have the added time in a moment for you as we're about to hit the 90. Those triple substitutions, Williams, Wood and Gibbs-White all off for Forest. Moreno, Murato and Awonyi all on for the home side. 90 minutes are up. 7 added minutes. There was a 99th minute winner from Liverpool in this fixture here last season from a Darwin Nunez header. Nunez is not involved in this one after picking up his 5th yellow card against Manchester United, but we will see if Liverpool can repeat the feat of what they did last season here, although Tsimikas put that one out of play for a Forest throw, or can Forest get their revenge? They haven't done the double over Liverpool in a league season since the 1960s. The home fans certainly roaring their team on, swinging the scarves above their heads. This Nottingham Forest team are having a season to remember in recent history. They're such a long time out of the Premier League and their 3rd season in the competition since being promoted. They are really showing the powerhouse this club used to be and the sleeping giant that has seemingly been awoken by Nuno Espirito Santo. Alexander-Arnold. Van Dijk. Down the left side it comes. Gakpo. Liverpool with lots of bodies forward. Gakpo wants to hit one! And Sells with another good save. Goodness me. Matt Sells is making his money's worth at the minute. Slight deflection on the shot. Might actually help Sells as well, or maybe take it away from him a bit more, make it harder for him. And he puts it wide for the corner. Chances are going in galore here for Liverpool, but this goalkeeper is keeping them out at the moment. Tsimikas to take another corner. As the referee just tries to sort out 1 or 2 issues in the box. So a Liverpool corner on the right hand side. Left footed delivery. Flicked on and away by Moreno at the near post. As Van Dijk feeds it back forward for Liverpool to Tsimikas on the wide right. And wanted a free kick there, Tsimikas, for being held, but won't get one. Just the Nottingham Forest throw in will come. With 4 minutes of the added 7 remaining. This has been one set of a defensive masterclass from Forest. They've had shots and chances thrown at them for the last 20-30 minutes that Liverpool have been back level in this game, and complete credit to their defence and their goalkeeper, because they have held Liverpool up to this point. It's been absolutely incredible to watch this game tonight. Certainly well matched up. Maybe it's not over yet as Gakpo comes forward. He gets pushed over by Ola Aina, and Liverpool will have a free kick. A good distance out here though. There's Gakpo there just striding forward, and Ola Aina just came across, made sure he got no further. And it's about, if I had to take a guess, about 29 yards out, 28 yards out if I had to take a wild guess at it. It's a bit to the left-hand side of the centre of the goal. Szoboszlai, Tsimikas and Alexander-Arnold are all around it, but it looks like the 2 fullbacks are going to be in conversation to take it for Liverpool. Unless it will be a delivered one, but unlikely. There's a chance if they can curl it towards that top far corner, but say benefit a right footer from this angle. Unless it will be a cross, then it would benefit a left footer, but See what Liverpool decide to do. Free kick taken by Tsimikas to deliver. Headed away again. Alexander-Arnold picks it back up again and tries to keep Liverpool on the attack, but Forest keep it in play. They wanted a throw, but they'll get a throw now, Liverpool, as Awoniyi just overhit his first touch. Another former Liverpool player, Taiwo Awoniyi. Not a high-profile Liverpool player, but was there for a number of years. Didn't make many appearances for the Merseyside club, but still has the credentials of his professional history. Here is Alexander-Arnold. Down the right for Gravenberch to get forward. Rarity in this second half. Alexander-Arnold again. Feeds it across to McAllister. Out to the left is Tsimikas. Liverpool throwing everything they've got at this now because they have no option but to. 90 seconds remain. Gakpo. Alexander-Arnold. Szoboszlai. Oh, a bit untidy there. And McAllister has to do a bit of help. Needs a bit of help here as Forest want to break away with Elanga. And Alexander-Arnold does well on the cover. Wins it back for Liverpool. Just over a minute to go. Jota receives the ball. Down the right comes Alexander-Arnold. Will fizz it across the box. Salah takes a touch. Couldn't get the shot off as it's cleared away again by Forest. And Jota Silva with that clearance. The second ball on the pitch at the minute. And Liverpool will play on as Jota pulled down. The referee says no foul. The assistant was quite close to that and also said no foul. So Elliot Anderson clears it away. Awoniyi holds up the ball. Delivers it out wide to Elanga as he tries to cross the halfway line. Gets past two Liverpool players but doesn't get past Van Dijk, who puts it out of play. And with less than 30 seconds to go, has the opportunity passed. Long throw by Moreno, and that's the final whistle. So Liverpool, despite that 30 minutes towards the end of absolutely peppering the Forest goal, it's the Forest goalkeeper and defence that get the job done. In the end, they were on course for 3 points for quite a while, almost a third of the game, or 2/3 of the game they were on course for 3 points. But Liverpool's equaliser from Diogo Jota's first touch of the game from a corner headed in the leveller. Liverpool, as I said, absolutely dominated the final 30 minutes, but a second goal could not be found, and the Reds come away with a point on a night where probably they were deserving of 3. Forest, it would be harsh on them to have lost this game considering how well they defended, because they were certainly resolute. Their goalkeeper stepped up, their defence stepped up, and they competed with one of the top teams in Europe tonight. And they did their very best at Nottingham Forest. And they are quite fairly, at this moment in time, second in the Premier League. Final score at the City Ground. It is finished. Nottingham Forest 1, Liverpool 1. What a game. Absolutely sensational game at the City Ground. Liverpool throwing everything they've got at it. Forest doing everything they can to keep it out. Liverpool got that leveller through Jota, which is in itself a sensational goal. Tsimikas' first touch to deliver the cross, and Diogo Jota's first touch to head it in. It's Liverpool's 5th draw of the season. It's only the 6th time this season they've dropped points, but on both occasions Forest have gained some points against Liverpool, which at the moment they're the only side to have done that, obviously, at this stage of the campaign. But Liverpool still have that 6-point lead at the top. However, Arsenal, at the moment, they play next tomorrow night with a chance to close that gap. If they can win tomorrow, Arsenal will drop to 4 points, but of course Liverpool would still have that game in hand against Everton, which will take place in about a month's time. The other games tonight, very close games in the Premier League in all 4 matches tonight, as Brentford came from 2-0 down to draw 2-2 with the champions Manchester City. who run a very good winning run. 4 wins in a row for City. Wanted to make it 5 but couldn't do on the night. From a 2-goal lead, 2-2 it finished. Chelsea led against Bournemouth but trailed as well. They were 2-1 down going into the later stages, but Reece James with a 95th minute equaliser rescuing a point for Chelsea. And West Ham, their first home game under Graham Potter, their first Premier League game under Graham Potter's reign, and he gets his first win as the Hammers boss after that FA Cup defeat to Villa on Friday night against Fulham. And Nottingham Forest against Liverpool finishes another game with a draw, 1-1. It is finished at the City Ground. Tomorrow, as I said, Arsenal take on Spurs in the North London derby, alongside Wolves' trip to Newcastle, Leicester taking on Crystal Palace, and Everton against Aston Villa. Then on Thursday night, Manchester United take on Southampton, along with Ipswich and Brighton. But tonight, every game was close, every game was a nail-biter, and there certainly was no clear winner overall tonight. It was incredibly close. Liverpool and Forest went toe-to-toe, and they both come away with a point. Night-night.